uber nerdy Catholic nerd I was in high school, I expressed my disdain for this by taking this gospel quite literally to heart. After leaving that restaurant, I picked up my shoe, brushed the dust off, and was like, that's what I think of you, McDonald's. That's not quite what the Lord had in mind when he gave us this gospel. But I bring up the memory because it highlights a tendency I think we all fall into, namely to focus more on the negative, focus on the condemnatory. It's so much a tendency in many parts of our faith that's our opportunity. I mean, God has given us this yearning to go out there and spread the word. And when you know it, in his glory, he's given us ample opportunity to do it. The apostles went out, peeled back the veneer, and found that in this world of evil, there was a huge thirst for the Lord, for the truth.
Maybe our lives are the only chance or the one time that they do see Christ before he visits them. And just what a call for us to every moment live beautifully. And we never know what life will touch or who will affect, and just what a call almost to be on 24/7.
Find yourself among people or in a household where peace does not seem to be very conducive there, then move on. Don't get caught up in, all of the traps that can be there, all the frustrations that can come with it. Just leave it behind and move on.
One of the neat things that I saw when I go on pilgrimages in Rome is there's different churches that are real close to the Colosseum. One of them is St. Clement's. It's one of the oldest churches in Rome. And it talks about how this is one of the churches that popped up during the persecutions when the Christians were being martyred in Rome. And 25 different clandestine, so secret parishes, churches, popped up in and around the Colosseum. And, you look at it and you're like, okay, so they were watching the Christians being eaten by lions, and then more and more people wanted to be Christians. How does that work? But that's the way it was. They were so moved and impressed by the love and the sacrifice that people got that, membership just exploded. I mean, it's like, oh, yeah, we want that. And they had to get more priests, and they had to have more churches to meet in and stuff, and that's what it does. So, this, like you said, opening us up to, the persecution a little bit, but it's going to be ultimately good for the church. When we were first created, we fell. Adam and Eve fell, and that was the first mention of Jesus. And the first book of the Bible, in the 3rd chapter of the Bible, in verse 15, God spoke to Satan and said that he would put enmity between Eve and him, and between all of Eve's offspring and sin, which is his offspring. So basically he was saying, I'm going to save everybody. But he was also revealing how. I'm going to put enmity or division between a future woman that will be pure from conception. She will be immaculate. And her offspring will also be saved from you and sin. And her offspring is a male child. That's the second part of that verse. He shall bruise your head, will you bruise his heel. And that sets up the whole rest of the Old Testament.
Blood and water which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus, the fountain of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus, the fountain of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus, the fountain of mercy for us, I trust in you.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion,
have mercy on us and on the whole world.
for the sake of his sorrowful passion,
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
for the sake of his sorrowful passion,
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
for the sake of his sorrowful passion.
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
Eternal Father, I offer you the body and blood, soul and divinity of your dearly beloved Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and
For our sins and those of the whole world,